Now, having said that, I would now request Major Vivek Jacob, founder Claw Global and founder Operation Blue Freedom. He's a veteran from 9 Para SF. He's a third generation officer. His father was also in 9 Para SF. He is the brains behind all of this. He set on this path in 2015 where he met that Air Force officer. That set him on a transformative path where he started exploring one after the other and layers after layers of awareness and consciousness opening in front of him. In 2017, he quit the army to pursue this. In 2018 is when the team starts collecting around him. Soldiers who operated with him had seen him in combat. He has immense combat experience across all spectrum of warfare. So he has seen enough of combat, and that was also one of the reasons that helped him in conceptualizing this. And soldiers who had operated with him started collecting around him post retirement. In around 2018 is when Team Claw condenses and crystallizes. 2019 is when we formally launched. 2020, in spite of the lockdown, we could cover quite a bit of a work, and 2021 we are here executing the triple world records. Thank you so much. Over to Major Vivek Jacob.
So I firstly want to thank all of you, taking out time and joining us here. So we need all the support that we can get. So it's been a wonderful, really wild journey so far. It started from a concept. Basically, it just started out because that one person that I met, that Air Force officer that I met in the hospital, I had a pretty close look at his life. He was in the room next door, and he was chest down paralyzed. So just in an attempt to just to fulfill a wish for him, that's where it started. And then the whole thing was that someday I will take him scuba diving, and that's how it started. And then I started planning it, that okay, to take one person like this who is chest down paralyzed to fulfill his one wish that he wants to scuba dive, what does it take? So in that research, in that journey, slowly, I saw the figures. There are 1.2 billion people with disabilities across the globe, and India numbers are pretty high, about 10 to 12 to 14 crores. It's basically 15% of the global population is facing some or the other form of disability. So that's where it all started, and then crystallized into the team coming together. All these soldiers that I had operated with in combat, slowly they started retiring and coming to me, and we just decided that okay, let's travel across the country. We will train as many people with disabilities that we meet across India, and we will train them in scuba diving. So that's how we started out. And Chandigarh, Delhi, NCR, Bombay, Lakshadweep, like that, we traveled across the country. And in this journey, actually, there was a lot of learning. We started out with just wanting to complete a promise, and then in that whole year and a half that we were traveling, that we came to know a lot of things. I got a very clear insight into what is the problems that people with disabilities face, in their life. And then the whole concept of what disability is, and that started clearing up. So disability it starts from a mindset. It's a perception of your life around you. Actually, if you see, there is nobody in this world who is not disabled. It's disability is perceived as a physical concept कि हाथ नहीं है, पैर नहीं है, या paralyzed है, spinal cord injury है, but ऐसा नहीं है. Everybody in this world is facing some or the other form of disability, whether visible, invisible. It's like so many people want to do something in their life, but they don't do it because they feel that they can't do it. So it's just a mindset. The difference between a person thinking that he can do it and he can't do it. That's the difference. That's all. So in this whole journey, we started. We traveled across India, and by the time I reached Bombay, I realized that this cannot be a overnight kind of an operation कि हम आए, हमने volunteer people with disabilities को scuba diving सिखा दिया और introduce करा दिया और गायब हो गए. What we realized is that it is a massive healing potential is there using scuba diving as a means for healing, and this has to be institutionalized. So that is what came out of this long journey across India, that these practices have to be institutionalized for people with disabilities. So at that time, I also realized it's going to cost a lot of money and things like that, and also the basic problem is that the concept of disability is attached to pity and charity, to CSR and things like that. Now these things are good, but the moment you give your freedom and your life, if it is based on what other people are going to give you or not give you, you're not going to get anywhere. And that is true for people with disabilities or whomsoever. Till the time you have given till the time the experiences that you want to have in your life are going to be because of someone else realizing that they should help you out, till the time you are more or less, you are you are way behind in trying to execute your own vision for your own life. So this entire journey was very eye opening for me, for the entire team and all, and for all the people who collected around us. We saw that what if one person, whether he's chest down paralyzed, neck down paralyzed, whatever it is, but if his brain is working and he's got the mindset in his head that he wants to experience his life, he wants to experience freedom, he wants to experience his full potential. If that is there in that person's mind and he's willing to take one step in that direction, the world is an open playground for him. And that is true for able-bodied, disabled, whatever. That is just your way of looking at things. So we realize that there is this common perception, there is this commonality between a special forces soldier and a person with disability. Both of them more or less have taken the responsibility of their own freedom in their own hands. They choose their own experiences, they create their own experiences. So this is one major thing that we realized. And next thing that as we kept going, we realized that this has to be institutionalized. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता हम आए एक दिन करा दिया और गायब हो गए, because it is healing. It has to become a continuous process. And of course then the reality of money and all these things they come up कि भाई आपको ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन खोलना है तो आपको this equipment is very expensive, these institutions are very expensive, and then you're automatically drawn towards looking at CSR or looking at some funding from some charity organization or something like that. But we were able to cross that barrier, and we were able to see that actually there is an entire ecosystem which can be extremely productive in its execution. That such institutions can create so much of research data, so much of healing, and so much of perception change across the world, that they can become not only financially independent, but they can become extremely financially viable, profit-making models. So that is where we are looking at. We are looking at aggregating the entire disability sector at a global scale. We are looking at not only perception change. So the triple world records were conceptualized to shatter this perception of pity and charity that is associated with disability. There is nothing pity and charity involved about it. When a person who is neck down paralyzed decides to live his life and he sits in, he's in an electric chair. What I've seen, I am telling you. There is a person like in Chandigarh Spinal Rehab Center, he is neck down paralyzed and in a vehicle accident. So he operates his electric wheelchair with his chin. He's got a joystick and he moves around in this world with the help of that joystick. He operates the entire social media handle of the Chandigarh Spinal Rehab Center. He travels in a metro. He travels everywhere independently. अपनी सब्जियां खुद खरीदता है, ठीक है? And that's a guy who's neck down paralyzed. Now if that guy is not making any excuses in life and he wants to experience something more than what the world thinks that he can experience, well, he's taken his freedom in his own hands, and there will be people like us who will come and who will join in that journey. So essentially we saw a system that पहले तो ये ट्रिपल वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड्स सेट करते हैं, हवा में, पानी में और ज़मीन को कैप्चर कर लेते हैं. We will show that people with disabilities, if given the right circumstances, given the right hand holding, can scuba dive independently, can skydive independently, and can climb mountains independently. Now if there are 1.2 billion people with disabilities, with various kind of disabilities across the world, maybe all of them cannot do it right now. Maybe they cannot do it all right now, but yes, quite a few can do it. 100 हैं तो 100 अगर नहीं कर सकते आज की डेट में, अगर इतना टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे पास नहीं है या थिंग्स लाइक दैट, बट उस 100 में से 20 तो कर सकते हैं. पहले 20 को तो let's handle that. When we do 20, we will develop the capability to do 40. When we do 40, we'll develop the capability to do 80, and so on and so forth. And so we conceptualized this triple world records to create that perception change. When the world, which is shaking because of COVID-19, लोग है ना घर से बाहर निकलने के लिए डरे हुए थे. So many things, people, their entire lives were on, people, were shattered, and businesses were lost, and so many things. And that, that world is sitting and wondering what next to do. At that time, when they see that a global team of people with disabilities across race, across culture, across class, across religion, across ability, across economic status, if people with disability like this coming from all these various perceptions of differences that we have in our society, in our global society, when these people can come together and they can be taught to scuba dive independently, skydive independently, and climb a mountain independently, then इंसान कुछ भी कर सकता है. Basically, that the world is a playground, and it is just about shifting that perception. So these three extreme activities, these 99% of people in this world have not experienced that. Able, disabled, leave that aside. So when the world sees this happening, it will just unlock human potential. So it starts from that कि अरे यार, if that person can do it, what's wrong with me? मैं किस चीज़ से डर के बैठा हुआ हूँ, मेरे को अगर ये कर सकते हैं यार तो मेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Just simple starting with that. So the triple world record was conceptualized to shatter this perception of pity and charity, and the second thing, to develop the resources in terms of network capital, in terms of putting this concept of full spectrum research, rehabilitation, reskilling out there for the world to see that if it is money that you are looking at, well, you can make a lot of money by doing a good thing. That's good business. So क्या बोलते हैं, so we conceptualize this entire full spectrum thing, and the triple world record was one for perception change, and the second thing to develop the network capital, the resources required to set up these full spectrum rehabilitation facilities at key locations across the world. So the first one actually we have already established, as Major Arun explained. We have established it in Auroville, and we have run 6 batches over there, 10-day batches, where we have taught people with disabilities scuba diving, and we have introduced them to other alternative forms of healing. There's pranic healing, there is Vatsu, there is yoga, there are so many various other things. There's sound healing and all that. There are a hell of a lot of ancient healing techniques which have a tremendous amount of healing potential. And in these 6 batches that we have trained 20 people with disabilities, we trained for the water world record and for healing as well. The kind of change that we saw, the kind of change in 10 days flat. There was a person who came to us 10 years ago. He was an orthopedic surgeon. He had a car accident. In the whiplash of that car accident, his entire spinal cord broke, and he got basically chest down paralyzed. 3 years he did some physiotherapy here, there, whatever, but nothing happened. He gave up, and a trained orthopedic surgeon basically lost his livelihood. So he was one of the lucky few who had money, from his family. His mother was also, a very famous doctor is a very famous doctor in Bombay, and things like that. So they had the money to do something. He taught himself how to, make money in the stock market and things like that, and did consultancy regarding, orthopedic issues. 10 years later, he heard about us, and he got in a car with his driver, and he came to us, to our facility in Auroville with his mother. And when he came to us, he could not even move his wheelchair properly on his own. His hands and all were like, there was muscle dystrophy basically in his body. He did not have strength. He could not move his own wheelchair. But by the time the 4th day he was with us, 4th day he started swimming independently on his own in the pool. His hands opened up, his chest muscles opened up, and he was able to start swimming on his own. And then by the 6th or 7th day, he had already scuba dived with us in the open stone quarries, and his lung expansion had increased. He started playing volleyball with us. So he used to sit on a wheelchair, and he had developed enough strength in his hands that where he could hit the ball across the court and play for entire 3 matches with us. That kind of strength came into his body. His hands opened up. He started by the 9th or 10th day, that 7 to 10 acres ki facility that is there in Auroville. He was taking 4 chakkars every morning on his own. He could move himself. He started lifting himself out of the wheelchair and all. So that kind of exponential impact on his health was it was crazy to watch it. So the first facility has already been established, and we have got permissions from the government to execute the land world record at Siachen Glacier, and we are moving well. So far so good. It is not only a journey of ex-special forces, it is a journey of the human spirit. There is nothing less than that which is happening out here. We have seen enough of life. I have seen death very, very closely, couple of times, 3-4 times, and when you see that, there is an opening in your mind as to understanding what is the meaning of life, what is the purpose, why are we here. क्या हम रोटी कपड़ा मकान के ही चक्कर काटते रह जाएंगे और जी के ख़त्म हो जाएंगे, या फिर ऐसा कुछ करेंगे जिससे दुनिया में हमारे आने और जाने का कुछ फ़र्क पड़ेगा. So it's about that. So once this whole combat journey was over, 14 years in combat, उसके बाद बाहर निकलने के बाद जब when this exposure came, I realized that special forces is a mindset. जरूरी नहीं है कि किसी को गोली मार के आप स्पेशल फोर्सेस बन जाओगे. स्पेशल फोर्सेस इज अ स्टाइल ऑफ थिंकिंग. इट इज़ एन अप्रोच टू लाइफ. तो those people who feel that their life has potential that beyond themselves, beyond their own life, those people have the ability to execute things for the greater good of humanity. So when we what I realized is that it is not that only special forces soldiers or people who carry weapons around and that only they have this kind of mindset. When I came outside and I met people like yourself, I saw so many people who could think beyond themselves and came to support this and came to to walk this journey with us and put everything on the line along with us. That's when I realized यार हमारे जैसे लोग दुनिया में हर जगह हैं. और एक्चुअली ये स्पिरिट जो है, दिस माइंडसेट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस एंड फ्रीडम इज देयर इन एवरीवन, बट द सोसाइटी एंड द एनवायरनमेंट दैट वी लिव इन, it restricts it or really reduces it to a point where we ourselves forget what we can do. So it is an opportunity for all of us to open up and do something beyond ourselves and find our own full potential. So amongst the facts of facts, this is the first time in the world that a team of former ex-special forces soldiers have removed their energy from combat, from destruction, and directed that towards creation, towards humanity. This is the first time across the globe. There are for many decades special forces soldiers from various countries, they have retired and gone back into combat. They've gone back into mercenary jobs as private players in the defense industry. This is the first team in the world where former special forces soldiers have come out, accumulated their skills, accumulated their energy, and they are working in the direction of making other people's lives better and our own lives better. We have it's basically when we were in the special forces, we were the gods of combat. It is just a choice that we made, that okay, we shifted this energy out from destruction and we have now channelized it towards creation, towards humanity. So essentially that is what it is. And lastly I would just say कि जब हमने ये सब काम शुरू किया था तो हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था. We started out with nothing. We had no money. We had nothing practically. But जस्ट लोग मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया. लोग जिसके पास जो था, किसी के पास स्कूबा सिलेंडर थे तो उसने स्कूबा सिलेंडर स्कूबा गियर कंट्रीब्यूट कर दिया. किसी के पास एक स्विमिंग पूल था, उसने स्विमिंग पूल कंट्रीब्यूट कर दिया. किसी के पास कोई पत्रकार थे, उन्होंने लिखा हमारे बारे में कि ये कर रहे हैं. ऐसे करते करते लॉट ऑफ पीपल विद दिस माइंड सेट came together and we have reached so far. And we are making a difference here. We have made a difference in a lot of people's lives, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And such ecosystems, actually, India as a nation, we are the holders of enormous amount of ancient wisdom. 5,000, 10,000 years back, हमारे पास जो पूरा जो wisdom that has been collected in the Vedas and all of that, it is a phenomenal amount of things which have got real world applications now here, right? So we are pioneering this concept as a nation for the whole world. We are not looking at disability ki अरे थोड़ा सा help कर दो या कुछ दे दो यार. We are not looking at like that. We are going to change the whole this thing, shifted from pity and charity to power and ability. So we are on a journey to pioneer this across the world. So it's again, I'll just thank all of you for coming over here, and it is a journey which is going to unfold. It has already, we have reached so far, but now is when the real game starts. When the world will get up to see now. So once it's not a small thing that we are going. Siachen Glacier is a very, very extreme terrain. It goes up to -40, -50 degrees temperature. आप पानी ऐसे हवा में फेंकोगे तो हवा में freeze हो जाता है वो, ठीक है. And 60-70 kilometers trekking into the high altitude, and in those sub-zero temperatures over days by people with disabilities, it is going to be a phenomenal thing to see, for the world to witness. So then the water world record and the air world record. So let's walk this journey together, and let's make some change that will stand the test of time. So like that. Thank you so much. Thank you all very much. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.
The house is open for a few question and answers.
The Garuda. Why the representation from the Garuds is not here as yet? Garud is a very, very relatively new force. They are in fact not retired as yet. So the first batches of the Garud which got trained, they have not retired as yet. And so as they retire, they will come in. Definitely we are waiting. But अभी उनको service complete करने दो, and when they come, they'll be coming. They'll be joining soon. So basically, that is why representation is not there as yet. It's a very recently formed force. Your second question was, how much money is it going to cost? So your third question and second question actually are related, as we have associated with various organizations and not with the Defence Ministry as yet. So the Defence Ministry is who have given us the permission for the land world record. That's number one. Second thing, we have requested the Defence Ministry for logistical support at the Siachen Glacier, which they have agreed to, and very, very graciously agreed to, because Siachen Glacier there is nobody else but the defence. Other than the army and the helicopter pilots and all, there is nobody else there. तो आप जाके वहाँ पे टेंट पिच नहीं कर सकते. आपको जो रहना है, आपको एग्जिस्टिंग हार्ड स्टैंडिंग अकोमोडेशन में रहना पड़ेगा. जो फ्यूल है वहाँ पे आपको वार्मिंग एंड ड्राइंग के लिए, वो सब कुछ फौज का ही चढ़ा हुआ है. और जो पोर्टर्स वगैरह है, फॉर सिक्योरिटी रीजंस दे हैव बीन सिलेक्टेड बाय द आर्मी. यू कैन नॉट गो इन देयर एंड हैव योर ओन थिंग गोइंग ऑन इन द ग्लेशियर. सो the Defence Ministry has very graciously accorded us logistical support. For example, evacuation. गड़बड़ कभी भी हो सकती है ना. बड़े बड़े अच्छे माउंटेनियर ब्लिजर्ड में गायब हो जाते हैं. सो दिस इज अ new effort. So when we are going in, heli effort for rescue, that has been granted to us, because you cannot fly a civilian helicopter inside into a combat zone. That's the world's highest battlefield. It has got a lot of strategic implications. So all of that has come through from the Defence Ministry. They have actually, so the costing, the exact logistics that will be provided to us on the ground is being worked out. ये काम 1 रुपया खर्च करे बिना भी हो सकता है, और इसमें लाखों रुपए भी लग सकते हैं. So we are just working out the modalities. Depending on what happens on the ground, it will come through. So exact figures I cannot really say right now. My effort is this, that गांव का गरीब से गरीब आदमी होगा ना, जिसने who is having some form of disability, उसके जेब में 1 रुपया नहीं होगा, वो भी कर सकता है. Actually, that's where we have to, that is what we have to be able to enable. So let's see, that's the answer. Let's see what happens.
Any part of the question that's left out, Snesh?
With the rehabilitation center in Pune, you have a tie-up.
Oh yes,
Are you
so
helping the soldiers there?
Can I-
yes, please.
Yeah, so we, in fact, the ARC Pune did reach out to us, but due to there was some logistical hurdle, we couldn't go and train there. But we are processing. There are a lot of rehabilitation centers across this country. There's a Chandigarh Rehabilitation Center of the Army as well. There is an Army Rehabilitation Center. Then there is an Artificial Limb Center. There are a lot of these centers across this country where Indian Army and the Ministry of Defence itself rehabilitates people with disabilities. They will eventually come, but on private capacity, lot of war veterans, General Razdan, they have all travelled. Serving soldiers with disabilities on their leave have come to us and they have trained with us. On an institutional level, we are yet to train them there. But it was, in principle, they had agreed, but there was some logistical issue because of the COVID circumstances. That said, as part of this land world record, we are pursuing with the Ministry of Defence. There are 2-3 things we are still in talks with them, where we are seeking permission to permit serving soldiers to participate. Right? This is about showcasing that battle casualties who lose a limb, they can also do these activities. So we are requesting the Ministry of Defence to give special sanction to serving soldiers to take part in this. We have at our level identified a lot of serving soldiers who can be a good role model for this concept. Right? And we are actively looking. In fact, there is an association that is being worked out as part of Operation Sadbhavana in JNK also, where a team of Kashmiri children with disabilities will be soon coming to our facility in Pondicherry. That is being processed. We are looking to have an MOU with the ARC and the rehabilitations in Chandigarh. Definitely we want to be training the war veterans. We have trained war veterans already, quite a few of them. And we want to institutionalize this in the long run. It's a work in progress. It will happen and unfold on its own. Yeah.
How much government grants have you got?
Zero. We have not asked for it, and so we never got it. We have met the ministers in person. I have myself, both of us met. Since we didn't ask, it was like that. We are open to, as long as people see value in it and come on their own. We are against the pity and charity model. It's a whole concept where we don't want to go with a begging ball to anybody. If people see value on their own, we are open to receiving support. A lot of people have stepped up on their own. Retired soldiers have seen value in what we are doing. They have put in their retirement emoluments on us. Our friends and family see immense value in what we are doing. They have put in their savings on us. So that's how we've been supported so far. But we are at a stage where we are looking at expansion. We would like to expand. We will be very happy if the government steps up. We'll be very happy if the corporate sector also steps up through sponsorship, and we are open to that kind of support, right? We have a certain way of operating. We wanted to have absolute control over the unfolding of the vision. So we didn't take outside investment because of that, but we are looking to value aligned support, I think.
I'll just give a very simple answer to this. Everybody knows what we are doing. We met the social justice minister. There are a lot of NGOs in this country, big NGOs in this country, who are aware of what we are doing. And it is not that we have, that we are averse to anybody supporting this. That is not the case कि हमें नहीं चाहिए या हम ego में घूम रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So the simple thing is this, that we did initially, speak to NGOs as well. We spoke to individuals from the disability sector. We spoke to organizations in the disability sector. But somehow this entire thing has got NGOs and all. There is a lot of how should I say? Lot of negativity around how the money moves and things like that. तो ना एक दो जगह मुझे ऐसा लगा, and people actually told also that this is just a gimmick and all. So I did not want to hear that anymore. Actually, everywhere, every state that I was going to, I went to.
What was the response you got from rehabilitation from India?
No. That is it is a for example, let's just take an example. There are so many NGOs in this country whose responsibility, they get CSR funding. That is their responsibility to क्यों एनजीओ खोला आपने? आपने एनजीओ खोला ताकि आपके आप जो लोग पीपल विद डिसेबिलिटीज़ आपके रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी में हैं, आप CSR फंडिंग जो भी आपको मिलता है उनके हीलिंग और बेटरमेंट ऑफ लाइफ पे लगाएं, राइट? सो वी रीच्ड आउट टू वेरियस NGOs एंड वी स्पोक टू देम कि हम ये कर रहे हैं एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, एंड देन आई वाज शॉक्ड बाय यू नो व्हाट आई सॉ। तो पहले कुछ लोगों ने बोला नहीं नहीं ये तो पब्लिसिटी स्टंट है, बोला ठीक है। किसी ने बोला कि हमारा नाम कहाँ कहाँ छापोगे, फिर किसी ने बोला कि अच्छा इसमें हमें क्या मिलेगा, और ऐसे ऐसे करके ना, तो मैं एक्चुअली थक गया ये सब कुछ सुन के, एंड देन एट सम पॉइंट आई जस्ट थॉट दैट गॉड हेल्प्स दोज हु हेल्प देमसेल्व्स। सो आई जस्ट सेड यार कि हम लोग करते रहेंगे, जो है निकाल के रखते रहेंगे टेबल के ऊपर। जान तो हमने बहुत पहले बहुत बार खेल लिया है, ये तो बस पैसे का गेम है, कहीं से आएगा हम डालेंगे, चलते रहेंगे, और यू नो लोग आएंगे जिनको आई वांट टू डील विद पीपल हु अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, हु अंडरस्टैंड द स्पिरिट बिहाइंड व्हाट वी आर डूइंग। आई डोंट वांट टू डील विद पीपल हु डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, बिकॉज द प्रोसेस विल बिकम इनएफिशिएंट, है ना। समझाते ही रहेंगे हमको कि आपकी पब्लिसिटी कहाँ कहाँ होगी, आपको इसके रिटर्न में क्या क्या मिलेगा। आई एम नॉट डूइंग अ बिजनेस, आई एम डूइंग समथिंग that we feel like doing. We are utilizing our God gifted energy, our brain power, our experiences to make everyone's life better, whoever we connect with, that is all. तो इस वजह से फिर मैंने ना, by the time I reached Bombay, actually ये ट्रिपल वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड इसी वजह से हुआ कि by the time ये ना चंडीगढ़, दिल्ली, ये वो क्या बोलते हैं, आप कभी यकीन नहीं कर पाओगे कि हमने कैसे कैसे कहाँ कहाँ पहुँचे हैं। हम यहाँ दिल्ली पहुँचे, हमें कोई नहीं जानता था, हमें गाड़ी में थे, हमारा पूरा सामान था, पूरा डाइविंग इक्विपमेंट था, हम 10 बंदे खड़े हुए थे और सोच रहे थे कि रहेंगे कहाँ। फॉरगेट अबाउट कि हम ट्रेनिंग कहाँ चलाएंगे, हम कनॉट प्लेस में खड़े हुए थे तो देख रहे थे कि भाई हम अपना ये हम रहेंगे कहाँ दिल्ली में। तो यू सी दिस पर्सन स्टैंडिंग बिहाइंड सायन चैटर्जी, तो वी मेट हिम, तो आई जस्ट गेव हिम अ कॉल एंड ही सेड कि सर मेरे घर आ जाओ। He has a small house, and he lives with his mother and 10 of us para commandos and Marcos with all diving equipment. We landed up in his house and stayed there for 2 weeks. तो you know, तो ऐसे करते 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 जब तक by the time I reached Bombay, and you know, I just got fed up about the whole thing कि हम लोग खुद बोल रहे हैं कि ना चैरिटी मॉडल पे नहीं चलना है, और हम खुद ही घूम रहे हैं लोगों से कुछ मांगते हुए। तो इसलिए मैंने मांगना बंद कर दिया, और जब मांगना बंद कर दिया तो जो सही लोग हैं वही मिले, और काम मतलब एक आदमी 100 के बराबर आदमी आने शुरू हो गए। तो दैट्स व्हाई वी सेड कि ठीक है रहने दो, वी आर ओपन टू इट। इफ समबडी कम्स एंड ऑफर्स हेल्प एंड सपोर्ट, वी आर फुल ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड, बट येस वी डोंट नीड, हमको अपना काम करने के लिए हमें मतलब ऐसा नहीं कोई कुछ देगा नहीं तो हम कर नहीं पाएंगे। जो हम कर रहे हैं वो कर ही रहे हैं, हो जाएगा। अगर हम दूसरे देश में जाके कुछ भी तोड़ फोड़ सकते हैं, दुश्मन को उठा सकते हैं उसके घर से, तो ये तो कर ही देंगे हम।